Hey, Jen, it's Marty Hill from Dallas.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well here in Boston. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
a lot warmer where you are.
Well, it's about 40 degrees here and kind of wet and nasty. Have you ever been to Texas?
I have, yeah. My brother used to live in Austin, Texas, so
Oh, yeah.
been to San Antonio, Austin. My
Yeah.
parents used to live in Plano, Texas, back in the 70s, but I haven't been there.
Yeah, that's not too far from where we're at. So, yeah, the band is based out of Dallas. Plano's about it's about 20 miles north of Dallas.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Texas is pretty big. I'm hoping to get back there again and do more sightseeing.
Yeah, so, every time anybody comes to Texas, it's like, well, what should I eat? It's like, well, we're known for Tex-Mex and barbecue.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong with that.
No, they're both pretty good.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about your band, Roaring Truth, and, what you guys got going on right now.
Yeah.
I love the song Homesick. I was watching the
I
music
appreciate
video.
Yeah.
Has a very 80s, kind of heavy rock sound, kind of reminds me of like a 80s, not really hair metal, but, definitely from that era. But I know you guys are influenced by classic rock, early Def Leppard, Aerosmith.
Uh-huh.
I think I read that you are inspired by Metallica.
Yeah.
A lot of awesome bands.
Yeah, I'm really like Aerosmith in the 70s. I love early Def Leppard. I have to admit I'm not a big fan of any of the modern Def Leppard. But like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and just all that good old classic music, that's really what inspires me. And then things like Journey and Styx, and I'm just really big into melodic stuff. If it's got melody, I'll check it out. If it's screamo, I'm out.
No, I'm all about the melody too. That's why I love early Def Leppard. They were rock, but they also had really good melodies that you could kind of sing along to.
Yeah.
Really even from their High and Dry album and, On Through the Night.
Oh, those are my favorites. Yes. So, yeah, if you're looking at what gets me going musically, it is stuff like that. High and Dry. If you had to make me pick between Pyromania and High and Dry, I don't know if I could do it. I love both of those albums, and I do love On Through the Night as well.
Yeah. I was listening to Mirror Mirror. Do you know that song by Def Leppard?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that one, it's very catchy, melodic. I love that song.
Yeah. Matter of fact, in practice, we've jammed that a few times just warming up.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought about, I know a lot of bands are doing covers of old songs. It seems to be a trend right now. Have you guys thought about doing that?
Yes, there is. A matter of fact, a song that's really been on my mind, and that is Who Can It Be Now by Men at Work.
Oh, yeah. I know that song. That would be very interesting.
So interesting question, because it seems nowadays, things have changed a lot. And now to really get noticed, it seems like you need to put a cover or something out on YouTube. And I have what I think is going to become a very unique take on that song, because the sax line that's in that song, man, a distorted guitar doing that sax line is really powerful. And then kind of slowing the song down, and if you think about the lyrical content of that song, it's really about a paranoid schizophrenic who's locked up in their house. So, I mean, how much more metal can something be than that, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that is something that Roaring Truth is going to be working on. We're currently working on a song called Build the Fire right now, which is a tribute to all the good old classic heavy metal. And once we are finished with that song, then I'm going to move us on to doing a cover of Who Can It Be now, shooting a video, and maybe getting that on YouTube to hopefully get kind of throw the hook in the water per se, to where people know that song and go, wow, man, I dig that. And then hopefully it leads them into things like Homesick and our other music.
Yeah, definitely. I would fully support that.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your take on that.
Yeah. So we should be, I'm hoping that we have that finished here within about 3 months. We've got the EP out, so that's really what we're trying to get some press going to. We really think there's some strong songs on that EP, so we're wanting to direct people to Homesick. The other single that we have on the EP is a song called Rebel. And so Rebel and Homesick have been played on the Eagle in Dallas, which that's Dallas's biggest hard rock station. And there's also a public radio station here in Dallas, KNON, and they've played both of those songs. And a matter of fact, another song of ours, too, that's on the EP called Do As I Say. So we're really confident about the strength of the songs on the EP. So that's our main focus right now, is promoting that and hopefully get some momentum going with it. And then maybe around, I would say, no earlier than fall or maybe Christmas time, possibly releasing another EP.
I was listening to your first EP, and the quality is amazing. So I'm not surprised that the radio station is picking up all the songs.
Yeah. So we're hoping maybe that different cities will pick up on it and see what happens from there.
Yeah, I would love to hear you on WZLX here in Boston, which is Boston's biggest classic rock station.
Yeah.
It would be great to hear you guys on the station here, and hopefully when you guys hit the road, you'll come to the East Coast. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So any help you could give on that end, man, spread the word about Roaring Truth. If people are looking for good melodic hard rock and heavy metal, man, they can check us out, and I bet they'll like it.
Yeah, and have you heard of New Wave of Classic Rock? It's a pretty big Facebook group right now, and it originated in the UK, but it's spreading to the US here, and basically people post bands that they're coming across who are influenced by classic rock, and it's helping a lot of bands gain followers. And there's so many people out there who are dying to find quality bands who are influenced by classic rock. So
I'm in 110% agreement that there is a hunger for a return to the roots of rock and roll. I absolutely believe that.
Yeah, I feel like the UK has never really lost that. They've always been crazy about their rock music. And I think a lot of people in the US are starting to get that hunger too. So yeah, I'll definitely send that to you. It's called New Wave of Classic Rock.
Yeah.
And a lot of bands in the UK are wearing the T-shirts to their gigs and stuff. So it's helping to spread the word. But I've been posting in there every time I come across a band I really love, and I'll definitely spread the word about Roaring Truth there.
Hey, I would appreciate that. That would be great.
Yeah, my pleasure. And speaking of Homesick, the music video, you guys ride motorcycles, or are those other people riding the...
So here's the funny thing. No, I do not ride motorcycles. The people that we have our distribution deal, DSN, they fronted out the money and paid for the video for us, and I'm thinking that they had somebody who put together the video, and they listened to the song and gave it their artistic expression on it. And so Homesick's really obviously an existential crisis type of song. And so I can see where the person who made the video is coming from, that, it's guys on bikes and, they're riding and they're looking for something, but maybe they don't quite know what they're looking for. They just know they're looking for something. And so I think that was the influence of the video. But no, I'm not a motorcycle guy. Whenever I was a kid, I used to ride dirt bikes. But no, that's purely the video maker's artistic interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, never know. It kind of reminded me of ZZ Top or something like that.
Yeah, so we've even been getting feedback about the video, like, Roaring Truth, the band with the biker attitude.
Right, yeah, that's,
Yeah,
I think I read that too.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, I'm not really a biker, but, somebody wants to say we got biker attitude. Okay, that's cool with me.
Yeah, but at least it's not saying you're wimpy or anything.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else that, listeners or new fans should know about Roaring Truth?
Well, we had a guy, there's an Out Here on My Hair podcast, and this guy reached out to us. I don't know how he heard the music, but they did a review, and I got the biggest kick out of it. They're like, man, these guys are from Texas, and they do it the way you think Texas would do it. Big, loud, and proud, man. These guys rock. And so, yeah, we're just trying to get the word out that I think if people gave us a chance that they would find it worth their while. And as we've discussed, there's quite a bit of hunger going on for just good rock and roll. Rock and roll's gotten way too computerized, mechanical. It doesn't even sound real anymore a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And so going back to that, we're working on a new song called Build the Fire. And the lyrical line in it goes, patriarch rising from the pyre, we like the spark, you build the fire. So what we're hoping to do is, hey, we'll provide the music, and if people want to get on board with it, who knows, you might have yourself a new wave of British heavy metal part 2, except it's just not coming out of Britain, it's coming out of the United States and everywhere.
Well, I really hope so. I think,
Yeah.
I read that Spotify released some data, and they found that heavy metal is more popular on Spotify than pop music, and
Yeah.
I was happy to read that, and I'm like, well, I'm not really surprised. I know so many teenagers, even after the movie Bohemian Rhapsody came out, they're going on YouTube saying, I love this music more than my generation's music. Teenagers are going back to classic rock, which is amazing.
Yeah, and it all goes back to, is it melodic, and does it have a hook? And, I don't want to, I'm not one to bag genres or anything, but I don't even know what the genre's really called. It's like screamo or deathcore metal or whatever it is. And, man, how many times can you just hear somebody scream and you have no idea what they're saying? So I believe that there's a revolution coming. And I'm hoping Roaring Truth is right at the forefront of that revolution.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think you guys definitely, have what it takes to be at the forefront.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind bands like yours that, bring the energy, bring the musicianship, and the right attitude.
Yeah. And so if you listen to the EP, we've got some heavy stuff, and we've just got hard rock stuff, and we've got some things that has some acoustic guitar in them. There's a track on there called I Remember Today. And now, hear me with this. Nobody matches Boston and that type of vocal range that they had. But people have mentioned, hey, that I Remember Today, it almost sounds like a Boston song. So that's where that kind of Journey Sticks type of influence comes in. So when we get on the stage, we open up with Black Box, and there's a little arpeggio thing that I do on the guitar, and we talk to the audience, and we let them know, hey, we're Roaring Truth. This is going to be a musical journey. We're going to go up, down, all the way around, and we hope you enjoy it. So I think listeners to Roaring Truth music will experience a lot of different things as they listen from song to song. There's going to be really hard ones. There's going to be some acoustic. You're going to even hear some piano in some songs. I think Roaring Truth music will always keep you guessing, but it's going to stand up and be quality music just the same.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good variety, not one-dimensional, which is what a lot of people want in a band.
Yeah. So.
Nice. And as the guitarist, when it comes to songwriting, are you the one who kind of comes up with the melodic parts?
Yeah, on the EP, all the songs that are on the EP, I've written the music and the majority of the lyrics. Now, the next EP that comes out, we should have a song called Chain Breaker on it, which was written by our other guitarist, Dylan Moses. Our drummer, James Michael McClester, he's got a few songs that he's going to be bringing to the fold. So on the next Roaring Truth album, it'll probably be a lot more varied songwriting. Of course, I'll have some of my songs in there, and we're really looking forward to doing that. But the EP is the majority of stuff that I've written.
Oh, very nice.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have to say you're doing a great job.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And like songwriting-wise, I know a lot of people wonder, like, so what's your plan with it? I don't plan anything. All that I do, guitar playing, is a stress relief to me and a joy. And I just sit around and I tinker and I play stuff. And if something catches my ear, I record it and I think, hey, all right, remember this one. And then it becomes a process of just remembering a lot of different things that sounded neat. And then it's like putting the pieces of a puzzle together. And then you got a song.
Would you say that songwriting comes pretty easily to you, or?
Yeah, it's really, God's given us all different gifts, and songwriting is one of the ones that He's given me. It's not hard at all for me to write a song, and it's a very enjoyable experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's an awesome gift to have. I know a lot of people wish they could have that creative bone.
Yeah, it's I'm blessed, and I thank God for it.
Yeah, it's great that you have an outlet to apply that gift to, and excited to see where Roaring Truth takes you guys.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the future, and hopefully, interviews like this, people like you, just spread the word and roll the dice and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Well, here at Don't Forget to Rock, that's our goal, is to remind people there is quality rock music out there, and it's always exciting for me to share new bands to people and, make them aware that there's good music out there. You just have to search for it, because right now it's not on the radio, but at least not mainstream radio.
Yeah, and so bands like Roaring Truth, we really appreciate what you're doing and getting out there and carrying the flag for good music.
Right.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend.
All right, and you too as well, and stay warm up there in Boston.
Thank you. I'm counting down the days until spring.
Yeah. All righty.
All right, well, take care.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.